That's the yajna that needs to be done. Not simply chanting mantras and throwing stuff into the fire, but actually not only please the gods, the demigods, but everybody that is present here with Mahanarayana Seva, with service to all the people. That is the real yajna, and that requires army. If you are not already motivated to be part of it, God bless you. Don't feel bad. When your next lifetime comes, perhaps you will do Yes, and this yajna has no boundaries, brothers and sisters. There is no boundary of caste, creed, religion, gender, denomination, nothing. Throw all those identities aside. Just become part of the selfless yajna. If you got the meaning of what Rudra means, a Rudra does not stop his love and service or her love and service based on this reflection, identity, bound by space, time and identity, and stop being yourself. Be yourself. Bring your presence and awareness in love and service. Namo Rudrebhyo ye prithibhyan ye antarikshe ye divi esham vatav annam vatavashka vishavastebhyo dashaprachir dashadakshina dashapratichir dashodichir dashodhvastebhyo namaste no mridayant teyan vishmo yaschano dveshtitam vo jambhe dadhati. Then you have become Mrityunjaya. If you truly live by the Rudram, and every principle that we talked about the Rudram in these 2 days of workshops, subjecting yourself to more than 8 hours of torture, we shall understand that is what Mrityunjaya means. Death means contraction. Life means expansion. If you expand yourself, beyond the 3 states of what you can see, and these 3 states I already mentioned. See the 3 states. The 3 states being awakened, dream state, deep sleep state. The 3 states being your own reality, the relative reality, and the absolute reality. Now there are 3 realities. Which Bhagavan calls as the one who you think you are, the others think who you are, and the who you really are. What exists in all these 3 states? Then what happens? When you are able to relate to the self that is present through all these 3, then what happens? When you offer yourself as the sacrifice in the yajna, then what happens? You will spread the aroma of a melon. Once it is detached from its stem, the peduncle, you look at a melon when it slips from its peduncle, immediately it will start sending aroma, and the aroma expands through all the place, and this melon has incredible nourishment, and that nourishment strengthens the body, the aroma expands the mind. Therefore what happens? You have gone from mortality, from death to immortality. Mrityor mukshiyamamritat. How? By connecting to the self. Triyambakai yajamahe. Sugandhim, aromatic, pushtivardhanam, nourishing. Service is pushti. Love is aroma. When a loving person enters into the hall, you will see the aroma spreading automatically. And when you put your body to service, you will have the strength and the nourishment to sustain the body. And when you offer yourself the mind and the sacrifice of the yajna, you will become Mrityunjaya. That's why that mantra is called Maha Mrityunjaya mantra. What is Mrityunjaya? You have become invictus, you have defeated death. That is the next set of mantras. They are prarthana mantras, they are not actually part of Rudra Samhita, and that is from death to immortality. with that, I think let's see now what's the time. Very kind of people. Oh, 3:55. Huh? Chamakam, next time I come to Shalgan. I'll spend 5 minutes on Chamakam because it's not going to be each Anvakam by Anvakam. I won't be able to do justice. Chamakam. It's called the Chamakam because I already mentioned 369 times Chame, Chame, Chame is repeated. And lot of people think that chanting this Chamakam is not chanting Chamakam is okay. Because somehow in some discourse they heard that Swami said Chame, Chame is about desire and therefore they became. Suddenly realized that they don't desire. We have such beautiful, convenient spirituality. We take the words of Swami because Swami said Chame is desired. I have desired this, so I don't need to chant Chame. I will simply chant Chame, my Chame. That is enough for this body and this soul. Because Swami said desirelessness, therefore I am not going to chant Chamakam. So many people have not learned Chamakam. I'll probably do this in some of these online workshops, and I'll go through with you and say that may be the appropriate thing to do. It's in fact some of these mantras I could have gone more deeper in explaining the concepts. Unfortunately, Kala, the time, is the one that works against us. But what this Chame is not about desire. I asked Swami, you know these people are saying that we should not chant Chamakam because it's all about desire. Swami said, no, they don't understand what it is. Right? That's not true. I said, so what is the importance of this Chamakam? Listen to this carefully. Swami asked the question. You are a company executive now? I said, yeah. When you have to undertake a project, a magnanimous project you have to undertake, what do you have to do to your board of directors? I was a CEO at that point. What do you have to do to your board of directors? I said, no, I have to write a project plan. I have to write OGSTM, objectives, goals, strategy, tactics, metrics, budget. And in the budget, I have to put capital budget, human resources budget. I have to lay out a complete project plan. By the way, that's what we do for all the armies, whether you believe it or not. Every line item, including sweeping sticks, will be listed. And complete list of items, everything required for the yajna will be put together. That is related to yajnashala, that is related to the site, that is related to priests, that is related to hotels, accommodations, foods, transportation, everything. All of that would be written and submitted to Swami first. And get his permission and the project start. Then he said, okay, that's great. I'm giving you a project called Universal Peace. Can you please write a project plan? Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu is the project name. Right then, are you listening? Yeah. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu is the project name. Can we write a project plan? The vision, the mission, the goals, the strategy, the tactics, the metrics, the budget, human, capital, everything listed. I said, holy mackerel, what is this project? I have no idea what to write about universal. Do you know how to start writing a project? Me neither. Swami said, so incredible, this is so powerful. There was a Rishi that wrote a project plan for universal peace. And he listed the entire list of items, the resources, the project plan, everything. That is called Chamakam. That's called Chamakam. Now, Chame means, may I get that? Yes. Chame means, may I have that. May I be blessed about that. May I be that. Now, if you have to think about doing a yajna for universal peace, what are all the things required in human resources, in materials, in capital budget, in skills that are required, in the program agenda, all the rituals and all the gods that are invoked, what kind of oblations have to be given to them. There will be 320 kalashas, and each kalasha will have a deity invoked in them for the yajna. Write the project plan. We don't have to. There is a great Rishi that already did that. And that is what is called Chamakam. See, this is what I wrote. There are 338 items listed in Chamakam. The meaning of the word Chame means be mine, that I am, are the two meanings. And the meaning will change according to the context. Chamakam lists the blessings that can be got by prayer to Rudra. Is choosing or being something a desire? If you have to execute a project plan, and this project plan is nothing to do with you, it is to do with universal peace. So therefore, in true essence of it, it is not a desire. It is a need. It is a blessing. And it is not non-spiritual to chant Chamakam. In fact, it is required to chant Chamakam after Namakam, because you are seeking the blessings that are required for conducting a yajna. So that is what Agni Rishi did. So for Chamakam, the Rishi, the preceptor, is this Rishi called Agni Rishi, and he kindly compiled 338 requirements for Universal Peace Project. Therefore, these are not desires, these are blessings from Bhagavan. And now, we will go through the entire list of 338. These are all in the file. And how these are divided is, the first Anuvakam deals with a healthy body with all its faculties abundantly energized and tuned to conduct the yajna. Agra Vishnu Sajosha Seva Vadhantu Vangiraga Jumnair Vaje Bhiragatam Vajascha Me Prasavascha Me Prayatischa Me Prasidischa Me Dhidischa Me Kratuscha Me Swarascha Me Slokascha Me Sravascha Me Srutischa Me Jyotischa Me Suvascha Me Pranascha Me Panascha Me Vyanascha Me Suscha Me Chittancha Mahadhitancha Me Vakcha Me Manascha Me Chakshuscha Me Sotrancha Me Dakshascha Me Balancha Mahojascha Me Sahascha Mahayuscha Me Jaracha Mahatmacha Me Taruscha Me Sharmacha Me Varmacha Me Ganicha Me Stanicha Me Parugumshicha Me Shariranicha Me. Sharira means the body. All the faculties fully energized within the body to be prepared for the yajna. The second Anuvakam is about purity of all the tools that are the inner tools. Therefore, we have to be prepared with all the inner tools related to the mind to conduct the yajna. Jaishtancha Mahadivadyancha Me Manyuscha Me Bhanascha Me Vascha Me Bhascha Me Jevacha Me Mahimacha Me Parimacha Me Pratimacha Me Vashmacha Me Drabhuyacha Me Vriddhancha Me Vriddhischa Me Satyancha Me Shraddhacha Me Jagatcha Me Dhanancha Me Vashascha Me Tvishascha Me Kridacha Me Monascha Me Jatancha Me Janishyamanancha Me Suktancha Me Sukritancha Me Vittancha Me Vedyancha Me Bhutancha Me Bhavishyatcha Me Sugancha Me Supatancha Maradhancha Maradhischa Me Yuktancha Me Luptischa Me Matischa Me Sumatischa Me. First one is Shariranichame. This one is about Matishchame, Sumatishchame. This is about the mind and all the inner faculties, all the abilities that are required for the mind and the inner faculties to conduct the yajna. That is what we are seeking as blessings from God. Body, mind completely, fully energized. Then what happens? With this, we will have the mind which is focused both outwards and inwards. That means what? When you are conducting the yajna, Raitan, are you listening? Conducting the yajna, you have to be prepared both inwardly and outwardly. That means you have to have a perfect strategic plan and how to engage, involve everyone in this yajna and how to embrace them and bring them for the yajna. Ensure that they are executing on the tasks that are assigned. That means you should first know each and every task to the nth detail. And to focus on every aspect of the yajna and to have that kind of attention, you need to have a laser pointed mind and intellect. That is what this Anuvakam is talking about, seeking the blessing. A leader is not the one who simply delegates. That's what they do in the corporate leadership. But the leader is the one who knows everything from point A to Z and only gives the task and help the person execute the task. That is the leader. And then there is the pleader. The one who pleads is the pleader. The one who leads is the leader. But actually, if you are a leader, you should be a pleader. Every day you have to go catch hold of Swami's feet. And Swami, please help, please help. Everything is done. And for that you need a surrendered mind. Matishchame, Sumatishchame. Then what happens? You need to have all the skills that are executed by the divine. What are the skills of the divine? Shanchame, Vayaschame, Priyanchame, Nukamaschame, Kamaschame, Somanasachame, Bhadranchame, Shreyaschame, Vasyashchame, Yashashchame, Bhagaschame, Ravinanchame, Yantachame, Bhartachame, Kshemaschame, Dhrutishchame, Vishwanchame, Mahaschame, Samvichchame, Jnatramchame, Suruschame, Prasuschame, Siranchame, Nayaschamarutanchame, Mritanchame, Yakshmanchame, Kamayachame, Jivatuschame, Dirghayutvanchame, Namitranchame, Bhayanchame, Suganchame, Shayananchame, Sushachame, Sudhinanchame. These are the divinity skills. These are the skills associated with the divine. What is the skills of the associated with the divine? Bhagavan means actually the one who has full and complete sovereignty over everything, all powerful, total glory, all wealthy, compassionate knowledge, totally detached. So, a true leader will have all these qualities. The divine leader will have complete full sovereignty and strength in execution, completely prepared mind, and in surrender, all knowledgeable but ever compassionate. Those we think are paradoxical, no? All knowledge people are mostly most uncompassionate because they have arrogance associated with this knowledge. But true knowledge of the self brings actually humility, because you shall see through. And the first thing that will happen is when you see people that are not as skilled as you will realize, oh, I was like that at some point in my life. I grew from that stage to this stage. So if I did not have the love of Bhagavan, I would not have progressed. So that love of Bhagavan I should share with this person so that the project can be executed successfully. Let me not denounce anybody. Let me not denigrate anybody. Let me pull everybody together with the love, and that is the Anuvakam. Then what happens? You require now the materials for the yajna. And the materials that are required for the yajna is the food, the present speech, the milk, the ghee, the honey and the food that are required for drinking, food that is obtained through farming, all kinds of food that is derived because of the gold and precious metals, food that gives you abundance of nutrition, food that is the well-nourished body, abundance and presence of everything related to the never declining, that are the millets, that is the rice, that is the paddy, that is the oats, then there is the urda, then there is tila, there is mung bean, there is various types of peas and beans, wheat, red lentils, millets, bunny chow, biryani. See, all the food menu materials are listed here for the yajna. There is Pranil Bhaiya. You got the menu now? So now you can see that in Chavakam you are praying for abundance of all these materials, that people can be given the food to sustain through the ritual of the yajna. ऊच्च मे सुमृता च मे भयश्च मे रसश्च मे घृतञ्च मे मरुच मे सद्भिश्च मे सपीतिश्च मे कृषिश्च मे वृष्टिश्च मे चैत्रञ्च मौर्भिर्यञ्च मे रायश्च मे रायश्च मे पुष्टञ्च मे पुष्टिश्च मे विभुज मे प्रभुज मे बहुज मे भूयश्च मे पूर्णञ्च मे पूर्णतरञ्च मे कृतिश्च मे कूर्यवाश्च मे तञ्च मे शुच्च मे प्रीभयश्च मे यवाश्च मे आशाश्च मे तिलाश्च मे उद्गाश्च मे हल्वाश्च मे गोधूमाश्च मे मसुराश्च मे प्रियङ्कवश्च मे नवश्च मे श्यामाकाश्च मे दीवाराश्च मे. Now you see, Chanurvakam 4 is blessings of all the Mother Earth that is coming for the yajna. And then the fifth Anuvakam is the blessings for adequate living. The fifth Anuvakam also conduct is about the precious metals that are required for the yajna. It also requires processed food, unprocessed food. What's the company? Nevada. Nando's. Not from Nando's or the, what's the other case? KFC. Okay. This food is a post-sattvic food. Just kidding, brother. Okay. So now Ashma Jale. Ashma means unprocessed ore of iron. Murtika means soil. Giraya means hill. Parvata means mountain. Sikataha means sand. All these things are used in the yajna. There will be pots of Navadhanya that will be placed. 9 different grains there will be placed there and worshipped. Because we worship Mother Earth in the yajna. We worship the water in the yajna which is placed in the kalashas. We worship the fire that is in the yajna. And we worship all the 5 elements. Therefore, we are requesting the blessing of all the metals, all the trees, the herbs, the oshadhis, the medicinal plants, black iron, copper, bronze, fire, water, creeper, medicinal plants, food that produces through cultivation, food that is produced without cultivation, food that is domesticated, food that is undomesticated. Can you imagine? What are all the things being listed here? All these things are part of the yajna. And we are seeking the blessings of all this material to be present in the yajna. Ashma jame Vrittika jame Nirayascha me Parvatascha me Sikatascha me Vanaspatayascha me Viranyancha me Yascha me Sishancha me Prapushcha me Shamancha me Rohancha me Agrishcha Mahapascha me Virudhascha Maoshadayascha me Krishna Pachancha me Krishna Pachancha me Ramyascha me Pashava Aranyascha Yajnena Kalpanta
वित्तं च मे वित्तिश्च मे भूतं च मे भूतिश्च मे वसु च मे वसतिश्च मे कर्म च मे शक्तिश्च मे अर्थश्च महेमश्च महितिश्च मे गतिश्च मे.
I promised Ratan that I will give the full list of all the items. Now I hope he is writing down all this. So the next Anuvakam deals with, okay, we have all the material. We have a body, we have a mind, we have all the skills, and we have materials from Mother Earth, all the metals, all the food, etc. But then you require the energy of the one in action. The one in action is called Indra. Idam dravate iti Indraha. The one who is overseeing everything being executed in action is Indra. And this Indra is the one that is manifest as Agni, the fire, the Soma, the moon, the Savita, the 12 aspects of sun, Saraswati, the knowledge of speech, the Pusha, the one of 12 sons of the 12 sons, Brihaspati, the teacher, the preceptor, Mitra, the friend, Varuna, the god of rain, Tvashta, the architect, the Dhata, the builder, Vishnu, the sustainer, Ashvina, the medical health, Marutaha, which is associated with wind and rain, Vishvedeva, gods that enable all the seasons, Prithvi, the mother earth, Antariksham, the atmosphere, Jau, the upper abode, Disha, the direction, Murtha, associated with the rain god, and Prajapati, the god of creation. Anybody left? 5 minutes. We are in 6th Anuvakam. You want to leave in the middle? Who has, if anybody has a very urgent to take out now, please take out. We will watch later also. But we will finish because I don't want to leave the Chamakam away, because Chamakam, a lot of people are not learning. They are not even chanting. Forget about learning. Now you understand what are all the blessings that you will get from the divine to conduct the yajna when you actually properly chant Chamakam. Agnischa Mahindrascha me Somascha Mahindrascha me Savitacha Mahindrascha me Saraswaticha Mahindrascha me Bhushacha Mahindrascha me Brahaspatischa Mahindrascha me Vitrascha Mahindrascha me Varunascha Mahindrascha me Tvashtacha Mahindrascha me Dhatacha Mahindrascha me Vishnuscha Mahindrascha me Shrinaucha Mahindrascha me Marutascha Mahindrascha me Vishwecha me Deva Indrascha me Prithvicha Mahindrascha me Antarikshancha Mahindrascha me Drauscha Mahindrascha me Dishascha Mahindrascha me Murthacha Mahindrascha me Prajapatischa Mahindrascha me.